Thank you for joining us for the next episode of Salem's Ministries of the Occult. I'm your host, Haley, and this is your other host, Sarah. And today we will be talking to you about 4 different types of witchcraft. We have chosen, with the start of the new year, that we are going to delve deeper into the different types of witchcraft, and we're going to split it up because it is a lot of information. Now, with that being said, I did have a disclaimer that I wanted to go over before this, because we've started getting some comments, especially on YouTube, and we love that. But I did want to reiterate, because I know we said it in the first video, but we haven't really said it in any other video. We are focusing and practicing the modern practices of witchcraft. At this point in time, we are not delving into more historical aspects. We are not looking at, the historical context. We are looking at things that are being done in modern practice. I know that's especially what I'm doing because I'm not very well versed in witchcraft. This is my big jump in to witchcraft. So for me, it just felt easier and more manageable to do this from a modern context because it's easier to find ways to practice. It's easier to find ways. Hopefully you guys can hear that this time, but we have a sound thing and it does noises, and last time it didn't work. But yes, so I do just want to be mindful in the comments. We are grateful for any knowledge anyone has and they want to share, especially for future, because I know in the future we will definitely delve deeper. It's just right now, while we're finding our paths and we're finding ourselves, we are going to look at the modern versions of things. And this is meant to be a safe space for people in the same kind of portion of their path. Hopefully we will at some point get up to the experience level of people who've been doing this for years, but right now we're not really there. We do hope that people with experience can come here and find this to be a safe space for them as well, maybe to share their knowledge in certain aspects and things like that. But please be mindful that we are targeting this towards people who are like us and that we are babies in this path.
You a little more baby than me.
Yes. So just please be mindful of that. Please be respectful of that. If you have information to share, please attach sources so that, we can look at them too. And yeah, maybe if you can come at it from a watered down sort of context, because too much information and people shut down. But that is not to say that we do not want your information or your knowledge. We do. I just wanted that to be a disclaimer because it can get lost since it was only in the first episode and not recent one.
I like it a lot.
But yeah, so back on topic. Also, another sort of disclaimer. I know we have gotten very off topic in the past few episodes. So I know that people are probably like, this isn't even witchcraft. It's just them bitching. So we are going to try and be more mindful of staying on task.
Try. Keyword.
Try. So today what we'll be going over is green witchcraft. We've picked 4 versions of witchcraft that we feel align very well with witchcraft in green witchcraft. So if you're a green witch or if you think you might be, this episode would be great for you.
Which will probably, I think it would be best to start with kind of going into our smaller categories and then going over the exact green witch, which you had green witch, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So I feel like we should go over that one last because my 2 literally just fall right into that.
Yeah, and I think mine do too because I had forest and I had green, and they're basically identical. It's just the aspects of how you go about your practice.
Right.
So yeah, I think I'm fine either way. We're gonna wrap it back around to greens. I kept calling them greens in my notes because I was like, I don't want to keep typing out
greenies.
So you guys are greens. If you're a green witch, I'm gonna call you greens.
Also, if you guys see my leg, don't worry about it.
Oh, she's actually smooth.
I shaved my legs.
I haven't. I look like Chewbacca.
Look, I was.
I can't make a Chewbacca noise. My dad can. It's so funny.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I finally got the energy to do that, which I haven't had much energy at all recently, especially around the Christmas season with how everything's been going.
I literally made a note, I made a comment the other day because I've been getting all the spiders from Loki, and I kept finding they keep getting on me and they're on my legs, and I'm like, I get it, my legs look like a jungle, but that's not what this is. But I've been paying more attention and I've been more open to signs, so hopefully, he'll stop sending spiders and he'll start sending something else.
Facts. Hey, he kind of gave you a little bit of a answer on what you need to work on, though.
He did, and I've been watching, like, my TikTok after that has become nothing but Loki.
Of course.
And all of the videos are like, you need to start practicing self-acceptance, you need to start celebrating yourself, like...
Is that not what I told you? Oh
like,
my gosh.
They're like, he's tired of seeing you wallowing in your sorrow. Like, you need to start celebrating yourself and finding joy.
And just so you guys know, so whenever I say, like, he told her kind of, like, everything, so we
should have videoed it, and I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh, we should have.
It was the wildest experience of my life thus far.
So, we found an app that her, Stepsister, yes. She kind of showed us, and it does, like, an EMF reading, and it'll, like, say, like, spit out words that it kind of picks up, and, so we decided to do it here in my house, because I have a haunted house. I just realized I need to face more this way.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fun, because, like, we talk to each other.
Yeah.
Just about as much as we talk to the phone. And I feel like it's weird to talk to the phone, because there's no one there.
That's the point.
I get,
to our viewers.
I get it. But, like, if I'm not looking at the phone, please know that I'm trying. I was taught that you have to look people in the eye when you talk to them, because it's respectful. And that is coming from someone who eye contact is very difficult to do.
Pretty much, we had the app going, and she had her tarot cards out, and I was working on Salem's stepping stone for his grave. That's so hard to say.
Yes, tidbit on that, because I don't think we've actually put out any information on that.
Not yet, but hopefully before this one comes up, we will.
Yeah. If not, what she is referring to is, unfortunately, her cat that we have named our podcast after, Salem. He passed away this past week.
On the 23rd.
Yes. So it has been very difficult and a trying time.
Very much so. I'm only a lot broken. But I was working on that, and between layers, I would kind of sit back, and I would kind of just tune in on the energy in the room. And I would literally tell her cards before she was going to pull them.
Yeah, like the cards were matching, like, so the app that we were using, it's called Ghost Tube. So for anyone, because I know our accents are real thick in this sometimes, it's Ghost Tube, like a tube of mascara.
GHOSTTUBE.
And it like listens, and it spits out, like she said, it spits out words. And there were so many times the cards would come out, and they would like resonate with the word that it was spitting out. And then she was also getting like answers from beyond, and it was really cool. I wish we had recorded it, but it was also like a very somber experience, because we were here for us, for yes. Sarah, not us, for Sarah. So yeah, it wasn't anything that we were like, we're gonna record this. It just happened.
Feeling out some energies, and that's what happened. It literally, at one point, it said, come here. It guided me to another part of the room, and it was really funny because I had my eyes closed, and it just says, open it. And I was standing, like, right there in front of my great-grandmother's photo with her husband, my great-grandfather. And, like, it was just still spitting out, like, random stuff that, like, still clicked with what we were pulling and everything.
And it even, like, it spits out names, too. Like, so it spit out, like, her grandmother's second husband's name.
Yes.
And it wasn't like a name that we had said, you know, so it wasn't like listening to us and being like, oh, you said Bob, here's Bob.
Exactly.
Right? Like, it was just like, we're not even talking, and it's like, Billy. And we're like, who? Who is Billy?
And I'm like, wait a second, I'm related to a Billy. Well, fully related, like related by marriage, because he's my step-grandpa, but like,
it's okay.
Yeah. I never met him. Wish I had, though. From what I heard, he was a great dude, and he was hilarious. So.
It's always the step-granddads, too.
Right? Yeah. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Plus, he got to know my granny before she was blind. That's sick. He could have told me all sorts of stories she didn't tell me because she didn't want me to know or get any ideas.
Fair.
Although I know she was wild anyway. Literally at like 12, she was driving her Uncle Cletus's truck.
Look.
Because he would get drunk at the bars.
By today's standards, everyone's grandparents and parents did some wild shit.
Right. Although, don't drive a vehicle if you're 12.
Especially without adult supervision.
Yeah, especially if you do have adult supervision, they are under the influence. of anything.
Yes, if your guardian is under the influence, call someone else that's responsible adult that you know. If you don't have anybody, I know you would hate to do it, but I mean, maybe you can call a cab or like a taxi or like
Uber?
an Uber if you're old enough and you know how to do those things.
Yeah.
If not, call 911.
You're snitch.
I'm
not joking.
You're not gonna know, like, if you're too young, you're not gonna know the number for like a non-emergency situation. So call 911. They'll get you where you need to be. They'll get somebody out there to like help you, because it's not illegal to be drunk. Might be illegal to be drunk and not be taking care of your charge, but I digress on that one. You shouldn't feel bad for taking care of yourself, even as a child. Never feel guilty for that.
Although our this podcast is definitely not suited for children, so
right. I don't know why I'm making a PSA to kids. Please don't let your kids watch this. We talk about a lot of stuff they shouldn't hear.
Hey kids, if you are under the age of, I don't know, 17, you probably shouldn't be watching this.
Yeah.
Go play Minecraft. Like,
right, and don't talk to strangers on Minecraft. I promise you that's not a child.
That's dark. Okay.
Well, no, we got my nephew a VR headset, and it got left online. It wasn't supposed to be, but he was making friends with people, and I could hear the voice because it has the speakers like right here, so it's like not in your ears, but everyone else around you can also hear it too. And I heard this voice, and it was like childlike, but it was also robotic at the same time.
No.
So I asked my nephew, I was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "I'm just playing my game." And I was like, "Is the person talking to you a part of the game?" And he was like, "No, I made a friend." And so I told my sister, I was like, "You need to get on that. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't know who that is. That doesn't sound like a real person." So we had to have a conversation with him, because before this, he hasn't had games where you play online and anybody can talk to you. He's only had games where like you have to friend someone in order for them to join your server.
Yeah.
So we haven't had to worry about it. But now it's like, we're turning that off. And he's like, "No, don't." We're like, "No, we will. We will."
Especially with how, like, sweet your nephew is. Because
I know.
He is very much a, like...
He is a fresh soul.
He is. He is such a fresh soul.
He is so trusting. And I'm like, I love that for you. I love that you're going to be an unproblematic person because you're fresh and you're not scarred by anything. But please,
for the love of the gods,
have some common sense. Just a little bit. He don't. He literally went to school one day and had his pants on inside out and backwards.
Oh, God.
He got out of the car, and my sister was like, "Get back in the car." And he was like, "Why?" And she's like, "Just get back in the car." And she had to drive him a ways away into the parking lot so he could take his pants off and fix them. And he kept doing the same thing. And she was like, "Just give them here."
Oh, you know what I haven't done today?
I burned one of your wishes.
Yeah, one of my intentions for...
I didn't know to do this, so...
I almost forgot about it, and then I went to hang out with some friends, and they were like, "Yeah, we're all going to do it." And I was like, fucking bet.
I'm going to do it next year.
You definitely should. So what you do is you write down... Actually, I didn't burn one for yesterday.
I mean, hell, could I do it and just burn however many I need to be caught up? I mean, that's what you're doing right now. That one's dead. In the 4 or 5 episodes of this podcast, we have murdered a lighter.
But these intentions are just like, you write one intention for each of the 12 days before, like, the end of Yule. And each day, like, you fold them up and you don't look at them as you pull random ones out of your little stack. And you just burn one every day. And you have to do 13 of them. Whichever one is left
that
on the last day,
one.
That is the one that you are in charge of making happen.
This is your 13th reason, but it's a happy 13th reason.
Exactly. It's literally just like, hey, yo, let me just write down all these things, all these intentions that I want for the next year. And all the ones you burn, those are the universes to bring to you. But the one you keep, that one is for you. That is, you have to do it. That is your one job. You had one job. And hopefully mine is not going to, like...
be the hardest one.
I mean, if
that would be my luck.
That's probably going to be mine. Because, like, I am who I am, and who I am is a mess.
It'd be like, make me rich, and that's the last one. It's like...
I did...
Try your hand.
I did put, like, some stuff about, like, financial stability and everything. Hopefully that doesn't become, like, my exact issue that I have to accomplish that.
Back on topic for us we go. Green witches.
We did not plan this well.
We never do. These past few episodes we really didn't because they were crafting. Like, you're getting a lot of us rambling to try and fill silence, and I apologize for that.
And then this one, we really didn't have much time to plan, and I didn't have energy to plan because I was too busy kind of crying my eyes out.
Grieving. You were grieving.
Mourning.
Which is valid. We will get better as this goes on, because, I mean, these are going to be the start of the real podcast episodes. We kind of wanted to wait and just kind of give you guys fun little episodes at the beginning, and then in the new year we were going to be like, bam!
Bam! Get fucked with knowledge.
You thought this was just a smutty little podcast about screwing gods and monsters. No, we're legitimate.
We can still make it that.
I mean, it's still going to be there, because we're us. But
we can be like, yes, herbal witches. They fall under the green witch category.
That is not what I meant, you know it.
Their practice includes connections with nature. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, that is a connection that you can make.
Indeed is. But
Saltburn.
Okay, back on topic.
Again, I'm sorry.
Includes connections with nature using plants, herbs, flowers, and natural elements. These can be used for healing, magic, and spiritual balance. All things I do on the regular, because with being eclectic, I do take a lot from herbal. I take a lot from green witchery entirely.
You do. Your eclecticism, I don't even think that's a word. I made that up. It leans very heavily towards green.
What can I say? It's just nice being able to, like, find medicinal herbs and everything. And plus, like, apothecaries.
Yeah.
I would, if I could, in an old life, I would be burned as a witch, because I would so be an apothecary.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely cool. I just don't have a green thumb. And I feel like I like nature. I do feel very calm in it. But a lot of times I am sitting there swatting at bugs, wishing I was inside because it's hot.
Alright, so let's see. Core practices. They like to use most of their practice for healing. With that, they use teas, salves, infusions, some even making them themselves. You don't have to, but it's kind of cool. I enjoy it. Ritual and spell work. Herbs and baths, incense, used to make talismans that set intentions. They use a lot of herbs to kind of connect further with nature, drawing energy from the earth, understanding plants, and learning their cycles. And I wrote down the most common herbs because I freaking love them. So the most common herbs used in Witchcraft is rosemary, which is used to purify or protect. Lavender, peace, love, cleansing. Okay, so sorry. Thyme, which is generally used for courage, and happy dreams, which I currently have a tea that I got from an apothecary, actually. And they had to specially make it for me because there was some stuff that counteracts with my SSRIs that I'm on. So they took those out, and it has thyme in it. And whenever I say I tried it last night, I was out. It was great.
Good.
I highly recommend.
You needed the rest.
I did, because I have not slept properly in like
4 days.
Yeah. Oh, I also have peppermint on here, which is used for healing, energy, and psychic awareness.
We foraged that peppermint ourselves.
From my mama's house.
That's my mama. I don't even know what that's from. I've just heard it.
You know what else I got from my mama? Trauma and mental illness.
I got my witch's cackle.
Yeah, you did.
We have the same one. You've met my mom now, so you know I am my mother. I'm also my dad.
I'm more like my dad than I am my mom.
We literally actually got a bunch of like ergonomic mouses from Nick for Christmas. And my mom was like, oh, that's really cool. You can like, it'll help your wrist so you don't get carpal tunnel. And I was like, ergonomic. And my mom was like, you're just like your father. And my dad was sitting there like, yes, she is.
Love that.
He was so proud.
That's so funny. And then I also put cinnamon on here, which is used for luck, cleansing, and protection. Tools often utilized: herbs, flowers, roots, oils, crystals, stones, twigs, mortar and pestle.
We love a good mortar and pestle.
I love a mortar and pestle.
I need one. I need to get one.
I want to get a non-wooden one.
Do you want like a stone one?
Yes.
I think I want like I don't know if I want a crystal one. I've seen them. But
I just don't know about the crystal ones, you know?
Yeah, because like if you get, I feel like it could be bad.
Yeah, especially if you have like
wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that just has like a lot of water in it.
Yeah. Do your research on your tools.
Facts. Especially if they're made of crystals, because there are some crystals that if they mix with water, they turn into go into a gaseous state and they become toxic. So keep that in mind.
But I do feel like with the green path, having a wooden one or a stone one would go really well. So yeah.
And then also jars and bottles, because you gotta have something to put something in.
Yeah. Spells.
Dang right.
Ingredients.
Condiments.
We gotta flavor that. We gotta flavor that spell.
Yummy. I'm so sorry.
Oh, God.
Should I have gone, spicy?
No.
I'm so sorry to our viewers.
If they're still here, then they know by now.
Yeah, they do.
If this is your first time here, I don't know what to tell you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching and supporting. But it doesn't get better.
If anything, it's downhill from here. I also have how to get started. So for how to get started, first things first, look into what herbs and plants do what. Because it's very important to know in the beginning kind of like what you're working with.
Okay.
Then where to get herbs, you can go to grocery stores, tea shops, eclectic shops, or even grow them yourself. Some people I know that's not an option. That is fair. That's why you can just buy them at a store.
Yeah. And they don't have to be expensive. Like, you don't have to go out of your way to get organic ones. Like, you can, obviously, and if you have the means, and because I feel like if you have the means and you want it to...
Literally.
Yeah. But I didn't finish that thought. If you have the means and you want to, then obviously do organic. Because it's going to be based on how you feel you need it, but how you need things to be to work. But Dollar Tree works just as well.
Facts. Look into your specific needs, like interactions it may have with any medications you're on, or just if you have any allergies, make sure that you are catering your stuff to you or to anyone that you are making the stuff for, because some medications can interact really badly with some herbal like tinctures and everything like that. So if you just absolutely cannot find any information on it and are just really iffy about it, you can always talk to your doctor. Like, that is completely fine. Or if you can find an apothecary, usually they'll know if there's any like interactions that you should look out for or anything like that. Learn how to dry your own herbs also, because that is, one, it's just so fun. Two, if you buy from the grocery store, a lot of times you can buy fresh herbs and sometimes you still have some left over, and it's important to know how to dry them so you can use them for another spell or ritual or whatever you decide to do with them. Learn how to make tea mixes and tinctures. That is the best place to start, because tea mixes, literally, you just throw a bunch of herbs together and you steep it. Perfect. And then tinctures, you literally throw some stuff in a bottle, put some alcohol in it of your choice, vodka, gin, whatever, and you just let it sit, shake it up every now and then. Yeah, let it kind of do its thing. And then another important thing, get books on herbalism and apothecary, which I actually have some. Obviously, I have my 2024 Herbal Almanac, because why not? I also have Herbal Tea Magic for the Modern Witch by Elsie Wilde, and The Art and Practice of Spiritual Herbalism by Karen M. Rose. All of these are honestly really great. I highly recommend them because, like this one, it has really cute pictures of like the different plants, and it gives you a lot of information, and it gives you recipes, literally tells you, like this page that I just opened up to being present to grief, respiratory health. And it talks about how our bodies store unexpressed grief and sadness in our lungs. And it pretty much, it gives you a lot of just different things you can do to like release that and how to look into that. Notice your breath. It gives you like rituals, plants for the respiratory system, methods of preparation, and dosage, which is really nice. And I mean, like, it even gives you like historical use, pharmacological constituents, all sorts of stuff. Like, this is highly recommended.
It's really cool. I have a few books myself, and I forgot to bring them. So I think, and I was thinking this while we were talking, I think what I can do is I can probably make a few like slides and add them at the end of the episode and kind of give you guys like a rundown of the books that we have and where we found them or where you can possibly find them and their price points, because that's always good to know.
Thanks. I don't know where I got this.
We will Google it and we'll say these are the sites that you can find it on, and this is the price point, typically.
We're not getting nothing from that.
No, but we're not sponsoring the company. We're trying
Let's
to...
not feed into the capitalism.
No, and totally, like, that's not us saying, like, oh, we're going to rep these books or anything because we're going to get a profit. It's literally, like, my mind is on, like what I said at the beginning of the episode, we're here for people who don't have, like, anyone in their life to help them learn these things. And I know for me, like, it was really hard to find sources because, like, I kept trying to get into groups, like Facebook groups.
Oh, we're just their witchy big sisters.
Yeah, like, I want
love it.
to be a safe, easy place where people can come and be like, yo, what are good books for this? Because when I got into it and I was asking, they were like, Google it. And I'm like, look, I had interactions when I was in a Baptist church where their response to everything was read the Bible, have blind faith. Like, there was no answers for anything. There was no resources given. No, there was no help. And I don't like that. And if that's how you act in another faith, I don't think that you follow that faith very well. Like, that's my thing.
Because it is kind of like gatekeeping.
Yeah. Like, and honestly, it's not even that faith. I feel like if that's how you're going about it, if you're not willing to share, if you're not willing to help or give answers or give resources, and be mindful that people don't always have the experiences that you do. And it's not that we don't know to go to Google. It's that when you go to Google, they're going to give you a million different books you can get, and some of them are bullshit.
That's so fair.
Like, don't be that person.
That's fair.
If you're going to be that person, just honestly, why do you even have a faith? Because that's not what faith is.
And that's on period. Speak your truth. I love it.
I think that was Loki. He's like,
I like it.
He's like, advocate for yourself and for others.
Dang right.
I feel very passionately about that. I'm sorry.
As you should.
We've gotten off topic again. Do you have anything else for herbal witches?
Don't poison anyone. Look into your herbs very carefully.
So, yes, what she said. No.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. No herbs. Very important. Tante.
Herbs, plants, all of it. Like,
yeah.
Just make sure you're being safe.
Yeah. It's a big undertaking because, like, and I even made notes in my section, like, you have to know what parts of the plant you can consume, what parts you can harvest and touch, and...
Because there are some plants that...
Like, you can't do the roots, but you can do the flower.
Exactly.
You can't do the...
Or if you touch them, you will literally have, like, a horrible skin reaction.
Like poison ivy or poison oak.
I get within, like, a couple feet of that, and I'm breaking out. But I think that's because, like, I have really bad eczema. So, also... know what interacts with your body badly. Like, if you are like me and have eczema, maybe, don't do stuff that could irritate your skin.
All right.
Please.
So I have forest witches. So forest witches are very similar to green witches in that they are very deeply tied to the cycles of nature. These witches draw power and inspiration from the forest and its inhabitants. You can find a forest witch in wooded areas, communing with the spirits of the forest and gathering supplies, such as herbs, stones, and other natural elements. The essence of a forest witch's craft lies in their The essence of a forest witch's craft lies in their symbiotic relationship with nature, embracing the forest as both a source of power and a sacred space for reflection, healing, and transformation. There are quite a few tools and symbols that the forest has to offer witches for their practice. These elements include trees or wood, herbs and plants, animals and spirits, stones and crystals, and mushrooms or fungi. I love that word, fungi.
See, I just don't like mushrooms or fungi in my mouth. I don't like to eat them.
I love mushrooms.
Ew.
Love them.
I bet you really like a shiitake mushroom.
I don't think I've ever actually had a shiitake mushroom.
Really?
Yeah.
What about, like, an oyster mushroom?
Okay, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I like mushrooms that you get at the grocery store. I'll try.
You can get shiitake and oyster mushrooms.
Yeah, but they're like expensive.
Oh my god.
I would try them though, and I'd probably like them.
That's fair. There's also this like weird.
Is it the lion's mane ones?
Yeah, that's the one. They're so cool, right?
Yeah, I've done the vitamins. I've taken like lion's mane vitamins. Vitamins. Trees and wood are useful because they represent strength, growth, and wisdom. Different wood has specific meanings and are used for various magical purposes. But yes, some of the magical purposes of like properties of specific wood. Shit. What am I trying to say?
Fire.
Some examples of wood and their different meanings would be oak is protection, birch is new beginnings, and willow is healing.
And phallic is sexual. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
There's always one of us that's just on our shit.
And mine just so happens to be soda.
Let's see. The forest has an abundance of herbs, plants, fungi, and stones or crystals, all resources that are used regularly in most practices. Now, in this aspect, it is important to have knowledge and experience in foraging. You will need to know how to handle plants, which parts to harvest, what plants are poisonous, etc. We've already kind of gone over that. So.
Oh my gosh, there's a TikToker that is really good to watch whenever it comes to foraging. I don't remember her name. You know who I'm talking about, though, right?
I probably do. We will add that at the end of the episode.
Because she's amazing. Like, she gives great information. She goes really, like, in-depth with, like, information about stuff. And I love that she ends her videos with, like, the little, don't kill anyone. Or, like, don't kill yourselves or anyone else.
Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about.
Right?
Yeah.
There's another one that I think we should add that he gives, like, the history of different, like, pagan religions and, like, kind of, like, their backgrounds and everything. And it's really cool. I'll have to find his name, too.
Okay. Moving on. So, the creatures of the forest. I'm trying to keep us going.
The creatures of the forest, you say?
Yes. So, the creatures of the forest, whether physical or spiritual, play a significant role in the life of a forest witch. Animal guides or totems, such as the deer, owl, or wolf, offer protection, insight, and companionship. Forest spirits, often referred to as fae or nature spirits, are also revered and honored in rituals and offerings. The earth beneath the forest floor is rich with stones and crystals that hold grounding and stabilizing energies. Stones like moss agate.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an agate.
Agate. I say agate sometimes.
Agate!
I'm like, am I
Give
right?
me!
Green adventuring. Thank you. Adventuring.
Petrified wood.
Petrified
What's it
wood.
petrified of?
Us. Are often used in a forest witch's practice to connect with the earth and enhance their magic. Ways in which forest witches can practice are seen as forest walks and meditation. This instills a sense of clarity, peace, and connection to the earth. Herbal magic and remedies. Forest witches often create their own herbal remedies, teas, and tinctures using plants gathered from the woods. These natural medicines are infused with the healing energy of the forest and can be used for both physical and spiritual well-being. Tree magic. Forest witches may work with spirits of specific trees. This is done for guidance, protection, or strength.
Did you go over what cedar means?
No, I did not.
Cedar really calls to me.
Do you want to say what it means? Because I don't have that here.
I don't remember what it means.
I'll Google it here in just a second.
All right, perfect. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no, you're good. This typically looks like tree hugging.
Oh, those damn tree huggers.
Honestly, have you ever hugged a tree?
Yes, it's actually really relaxing.
It is!
It's really nice.
I went to California with my parents, so we went to the redwood forest, and my mom was like, you should go up there and hug a tree, and I'll take a picture of you. Because
I want to go!
I'm very hippie in comparison to my parents. So they call me a tree hugger and like a hippie sometimes. And she was like, you should go up there so we can take a picture and call you a tree hugger. And I had the best time. I went up there and I just laid on a giant redwood.
As you should.
Yeah, it was so nice.
Honestly, I would so do that.
I was walking around and I was like, where's Bigfoot?
Facts.
I'm going to see him.
Also, fun fact, you should never plant a willow tree because whenever it grows
they are
big
invasive.
enough, well, not only that, but apparently there's an old wives' tale that if you plant one, whenever it finally grows to where the shade covers the length of what your grave would be, you pass.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I love willow trees, though.
I know, they're so gorgeous, but yeah, don't ever plant one.
I had a friend when I was like really, really little, and they had a willow tree in their backyard, and I loved it. I would go sit in her backyard and read.
Understandable, but they also like attract a lot of like mosquitoes and different bugs.
Well, and not only that, but they seek water no matter where. That's why they're typically at like lakes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you plant them in your backyard,
they're
there,
likely to invade your water lines and everything.
Their roots grow to your pipes, to your water lines, and they get in and they do damage.
Jesus,
they do some damage.
Damage.
But I love willow trees. They're so pretty. I just want to sit there and I just want to braid their like branches.
Oh my god! One day we need to go somewhere that has a bunch of willow trees and just get a bunch of like there and just braid them. Let's go.
I'm down.
We gotta find a place.
We do. Okay, what was I going?
And we gotta take these people on a field trip with us.
We will. We will. We still have to burn our Yule logs, which will happen. It's just been raining here, so it's been like really damp. Because Alabama weather sucks.
Indeed, it does.
Okay, so tree magic looks like tree hugging, sitting beneath its branches, or using wood in rituals are always ways to connect with tree magic. There is animal communication, communicating with these creatures either through meditation, observation,
shamanism, shamanism.
It's the
shamanism,
shamanic. I want to say shamanic. Shamanic.
Sounds like dumb.
That should be so much easier to remember because manic is literally in the fucking word. But I want to say shamanic. I feel like it just sounds better.
My glasses are so dirty.
Anyway, shamanic can provide insight, wisdom, and guidance. There's also seasonal rituals. So it's important to note that green witches of varying types, they do typically observe the wheel of the year and its Sabbats. And again, like I iterated at the beginning of this episode, this is in relation to modern witchcraft. The wheel of the year is a modern implement of witchcraft. But yeah, that's what we're focusing on.
I don't know why I felt the need to just, I'm a snake. I'm a slither snake.
But yeah, so the changing seasons are deeply important to the forest witch, who may celebrate the solstices, equinoxes, and other seasonal festivals with rituals that honor the cycles of nature. These rituals might include offerings to the forest spirits, creating seasonal altars, or performing spells that align with the energy of the time of the year, or follow the wheel of the year. And that information came from a site, Maben House. I can actually open the link and give you guys that. And honestly, I rewrote some things, but it's pretty much their information straight up. So I want to give it's mabenhouse.co.
Or is it Mabon?
It might be Mabon. It's Mabon house, like you live in, .co. I'll just spell it out for you. That way there's no
Mabon.
Maben.
My butt. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
But yeah, and I think they do, it's a witchcraft blog. So they have other resources as well. So yeah, I'm all about giving you guys resources.
Garden witches. Garden witches also fall under the Green Witch umbrella. They deeply connect with nature, getting energy from plants, the earth, and natural cycles for their magic, often practicing herbalism, wildcrafting, and using natural elements like stones and flowers and more. Their core beliefs and practices are very nature-focused, reverence for Mother Earth, using plants, animals, and land as resources for wisdom and energy. They also focus on earth connection, outdoor rituals, connecting with ley lines, which I don't really know what that means. We're about to look it up. Okay, I'm going to get a definition for you guys right fast. Okay, so this says, a supposed straight line connecting 3 or more prehistoric or ancient sites, sometimes regarded as the line of a former track and associated by some with lines of energy and other paranormal phenomena. Sorry. You guys are welcome for that. They also like to use outdoor rituals and nature to connect with earth spirits and the fae. Herbalism and botany. They usually have an expertise in plants, herbs, and flowers for remedies, potions, and magical workings. They very much believe in sustainability. They like eco-friendly living, minimalist living with as much as a minimal environmental impact and respecting all living beings. Spiritual guidance. They seek wisdom from the natural world through seasonal changes, animal guides, and meaningful coincidences. A lot of the key elements with garden witches is they usually do have a witch garden, which is their sacred space with medicinal herbs, edible plants, and it has symbolically placed items. It's kind of their place where they like to go to meditate or really do their practice. Natural materials, they use a lot of stones, crystals, wood, and foraged items in their practice. They'll use a lot of gardening tools, knowledge of plants. You don't have to have a huge garden. It can literally be a couple of planters if you're low in space or live in an apartment. And it's important to have a knowledge of jarring, pickling, drying, growing seasons, soil level, soil pH levels, and more, because, some plants thrive in more acidic soil, some it's more alkaline, some of them they have to have that perfect mix. And not necessary, but good to have in my opinion, is a farmer's almanac, if you're going to go this route.
Which I actually think I've seen that they're not doing it anymore.
What do you mean they're not doing it anymore?
There's the, they were this is the last year that we'll be producing a farmer's almanac. I don't know how true that is, because I saw it, in passing, but...
I'm going to need them to not do that?
Yeah.
Almanacs are so important. They hold so much great information.
We will fact check on that, because I don't know, I didn't fact check it when I heard it, but you saying farmer's almanac, I was like, wait a minute. I don't think they're doing it anymore.
Hold on. Wait a minute. But I highly advise, if they're still doing it, get a farmer's almanac, because they are full of absolutely amazing information, which plants you can grow together.
Which I guess even if they don't do it anymore, you can get a previous year.
Yeah.
And just if they have things that happen on...
it will be catered for that exact year, because what they do every year is they literally look at like all the weather patterns and everything, and they do their work because they make predictions for like the weather, how the winter's going to be, and everything, and they're usually pretty spot on. And they'll also go over like the different cycles, and it's just really amazing all the information they put in this.
Okay. Which, and it may have just been like Alabama's Farmer's Almanac, because I think you can, like, I think each like state has their own. Possibly.
Possibly.
I don't know.
Well, if Alabama stops doing theirs, as long as you can find one for Zone 7. And I'll say that again. Zone 7. Because that is the
United States?
The growing...
Or is that the growing zone for where Alabama is?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, there's a bunch of them. But depending on where you are in the United States, you fall into a different growing zone.
Okay.
And Alabama, for the most part, is in Zone 7. I want to say we're completely in Zone 7, but don't quote me on that. We may not be. So yeah, if you can find any books on
your zone.
Yeah. That is honestly great information to have. Also very good information is to know what plants can be used as like natural insecticides.
Yes.
Because
and like what you can
have insects.
Yeah, you are. And like what you can add to your soil, because I think there's you can add like eggshells.
Yes.
And it's good.
But be careful adding stuff to your soil because
it will change like your pH.
Not only that, but it can actually like really mess up your soil if you add the wrong things.
Yeah.
Like if you add a lot of salt or something to them.
Oh yeah, don't salt your soil.
Yeah, don't salt the soil. Because that can also damage your ecosystem and can affect not only like your area, but like the birds and like everything like that.
Yeah, like it used to be like if you ever like read like classics or whatever, or like anything that takes place in like the ancient times, and they talk about sowing salt into their soil, it's a threat to the place that they're going because they know that they won't be able to grow anything in that soil ever again, or at least until the salt is like eradicated from the soil, which takes a long time.
Yeah,
like they're threatening to starve you.
Literally,
that's what that is. So when you read it, like when you're younger and you read classics, and you're like, "What the fuck do you mean?"
Talk about a real assault.
Right, you're like, what is that supposed to mean? And then you get older and you're like, that's a threat. Like, that's actually a good threat, too. Because, like, not only am I going to war with your people, but I'm going to make sure, even if we lose, you're going to go through a famine. Like, we're still going to win in the end. Also, make sure you understand crop rotation, because growing the same thing in the same spot over and over and over and over really takes a toll on that area, and you have to replenish your soil. Yeah, it's because the crop that you grow takes nutrients. So you have to grow a different crop that replenishes that specific nutrient into the soil. That's why, like, here, we have a lot of fields that grow corn. And in their off-season, they grow cotton. Mm-hmm. It's because they're a good reverse... I keep doing this.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It's really good, like, in replenishing the soil. They give the nutrients that the other needs. And they take the nutrient that the other one gave. That didn't make any sense, but hopefully you got what I was getting at.
I get it. Maybe. Hopefully.
It is so... Like, learning about growing things is really cool, but me actually doing it, I'm just like, ugh.
That's another important thing to know whenever getting into garden witchery, I guess, is the best way to... Garden witchcraft, better way to say that, is understanding which plants need what type of sunlight, because some of them need full shade. Some of them need, like, medium shade. And then some of them just need full on, put them in direct sunlight because they are horny for it. They want all the sunlight. Plants are sensitive. Unless it's dandelions. Those things are resilient. That's probably why they got classified as a weed. Little girl, did I tell you about my niece giving me one the other day? No, that's so sweet.
I was cleaning my bathroom and she came in and she gave me a dandelion. And I mean, you know, I don't think I cut it out of the last episode, but I talked about how I used to do that. I was like, we've come full circle. Like, she may not be my kid, but she's my kid, and we've come full circle.
That's
She's
so
now
sweet.
bringing me dandelion. And then some kid, we had a birthday party today, and some kid gave her a dandelion, and she was like, "Oh, thank you," and the kid left, and she said, "Here, I know it's your favorite." She was like, "I don't want it."
I'm so dead. That's so funny. Well, you know, you can use dandelions in witchcraft a lot.
They
can. Have so many different uses.
Yes, you can. And I will say, because I found that I was going to make, like, dandelion tea and, like, tinctures. And so I went out and I collected, like, a whole mixing bowl full of the dandelions in our yard. But then I got freaked out because you have to know what's been put in your soil. You have to know if there have been pesticides. You have to know if you've parked a car on your grass and it's leaked oil. Like, if you don't know what's been in your grass, don't do it. You will accidentally poison yourself.
Don't do that.
Yeah. So just be mindful of what you're doing. Is there anything else on garden witch?
Again, don't kill anyone. Watch what you're foraging. Get lots of books on the different types of plants, and I highly recommend getting like picture books. I know that sounds like kind of weird, but it's important to get picture books because it's going to show you exactly what you're looking for. Also, there's a lot of apps out there that you can literally take a picture of the plant.
Yeah.
And it'll tell you what it is.
I had one at one point, and
I still have one. I think it's called like PlantNet or something.
Yeah.
And it's free, and it's honestly really good. Like, I use it all the time. Like, I'll literally be out on a nature walk, and I'll be like, ooh, this is such a gorgeous plant. I also have one that listens to the birds, and it'll tell you what's around, and it works really well.
That's cool.
Like, you can just barely hear the birds, and it's picking it up.
Okay.
It's so cool. Yeah,
okay.
I really like birds.
You do really like birds.
I do. Because let's see, I got like 5-6 birds tattooed on me.
I think so, yeah. Good bit.
Yeah. And I plan on getting so many more.
I do want to get a tattoo.
I want to get a crane. I want to get a shoe-bill stork. I love shoe-bill storks. Especially because, like, whenever they make their little noise, it's just so funny.
Clacking.
But it sounds terrifying.
It
like,
does.
if you're walking in the middle of the night and all of a sudden you
Look up shoe-bill storks. They're literally dinosaurs.
They are so cool. They grow to, like, 5 foot.
Have you listened to, like, them recreating the vocal cords of a T-Rex?
Yes.
Because they found, like a mummified T-Rex, basically, and then they took a cast of their vocal cords, and then they animated that shit in AI.
And it's so cool.
You should go look that up, too. It's terrifying. Anyway.
On to the next one.
So I did look up the meaning of cedar, because we were talking about that. It says that they symbolize strength, endurance, and eternity.
Honestly, that makes sense why it would be calling to me. Because currently I really do need my strength.
So we're going to wrap this up with green witches, what we actually came here to start this episode on in the first place. Green witches, which is, I think, the umbrella term for the other types of witches that we've also discussed in this podcast.
Bitches.
But green witch is a term used by pagans and in modern witchcraft to describe a witch that practices a nature-based form of witchcraft. The green craft is rooted in the earth, plants, herbs, stones, and animals. You can typically find a green outside as they have a profound connection with nature. They spend a vast amount of time attuning to the seasons and communing with the natural world. Herbalism is another big aspect of a green witch's craft. They use herbalism for medicinal, magical, and spiritual purposes. They use this knowledge to make herbal remedies, teas, tinctures, oils, and so much more. So yes, that person that you know with a garden, they could potentially be a green witch. But just having a garden is not enough to be classified as a green. Gardening is seen as a spiritual practice in which they grow their own herbs, plants, and vegetables. A green's garden is their sacred space. Some witches will incorporate moon phases, planetary alignments, and other magical correspondences in their gardening routines. Green witches are typically very eco-friendly and environmentally conscious. With their deep connection to nature, they are determined to be, I keep doing that. I misread it and I'm like, sorry.
Sorry about that, love.
They are determined to be as sustainable and natural with their materials as possible. They endeavor to take care of the earth to the best of their ability. You will most likely find them at environmental protests and advocating for the protection of our natural world. Also,
protect the endangered babies.
Animism can also play a big part in being a green witch in their belief system. This view is more along the lines, because I know when you say animism, like for me, I immediately go animals. No, that's not what it is.
Anime?
Animism is where you view everything in nature as possessing a spirit or conscious. So for them, literally everything that you find in nature, it has a spirit. It has a soul. It has a purpose. This is a walnut. It has a soul. I saved it. I saved the walnut.
You heard the walnut.
But I saved it.
From me.
Green witches typically celebrate the wheel of the year and hold a higher significance to rituals that give thanks to the earth, celebrating the harvest, and honoring the spirits of nature. Tools for some green witches are made from resources that they can forage or harvest naturally. This may look something like making a wand out of a fallen branch, collecting their own stones and crystals, etc.
That reminds me.
Yes.
I want to make a hiking stick that looks like a wizard's staff. We could do a video on that.
Yeah, we can.
Oh my gosh. We so have to.
Okay. That will probably come more in like the summer.
Yeah.
Because
we're gonna have to go grab big old branch.
Be like that golden retriever video where they're like, I got a stick, and it's just a whole ass tree.
I got a stick.
But yes, and I got that information before we move on, and I don't give props. I got that information from wiccanow.com, and they give other resources, like they give how green witches use plants and herbs, how they can make a deep connection with nature when they live in cities. Like, it's really good. And I also think it's another one of those blogging sites where they do other topics, so it is also a good resource to have. But yeah, that covers what I have on green witches. So yeah, I mean, because I know for me, like when I go outside, you can feel it. You feel the earth. You feel her soul. And you feel the soul of every living creature on the planet. And it's so calming. It is so beautiful. And it is, I think for me, why I wouldn't classify myself as a green witch, even though I can feel that and I feel calm. A lot of times, like, I go on a nature hike and everyone else is like, I'm dying. And I'm just like, I love this. And then, like, if I stop noticing that soul, then I'm like, I want to go home. I don't know. I'm not very drawn to, like, growing things and, all that. Like, it's cool, and I would totally do it, but I'd probably kill it.
I will say one of my absolute favorite things is, like, a really windy day. Just the wind energizes me so much.
Storms, which we will go over storm witches.
Yes.
In another video.
But I love just feeling the wind, especially like through my hair. It's so nice.
I want to go lay out in a storm.
Bro, let's do it. And we can also play Wake Me Up by Evanescence. Yeah. Wake me up! Wake me up!
Yeah.
All right.
Bro, there is, okay, so I know in like the last episode, I gave you guys a Tumblr fic. I have another one. That is Loki. So I live on Tumblr, okay. But the blog is like Till the End I Write or something like that. But she has a Loki fic, and it's like books. She calls them books.
Also, if you guys like retellings of stories and you haven't watched Epic, the musical, what are you doing? Ooh, it's so good. Oh my gosh. Like, I literally love all the music to it. My favorite song from it is No Longer You, and it's sung by the blind prophet in the underworld. And oh my gosh, it literally slaps so hard. Not me just like sniffling in the mic.
Okay, correction. It is Till the End Will I Write. It's all, there's no spaces. But, and she has really good stories, honestly. Like, and she does all of the Avengers. And, like, I honestly don't even read for, like, I don't read fics for Steve Rogers. I do for Becky Barnes, but she does Steve Rogers fics, and they're actually really good. But the Loki one, the first one is, book 1 is Balance on the Head of a Pin. And she is up to book 5 with this. And I haven't read all of the books. I think I got up to book 3, and then she was still in the middle of writing book 3 when I stopped reading, because I was avid. Like, she would be like, I put out the next chapter every Saturday. So, like, every Saturday, I would, like, refresh. I was like, give me my fix. But it's so good. And there's a scene where him and his lady are back on Asgard, and she meets Sleipnir. And it's so fucking heartbreaking, because, like, he's like, that's my baby. That's my baby. That's my baby boy, and he was taken from me. And he's just like such a good mama. And you're just like, God damn it, Odin.
I'm so dead.
It's so good though. Now I will say, because I have seen like another TikTok where like people are like, if you talk bad about, he does not like it, which is valid because that's his lady in real mythology. That's his lady. So yeah. This fanfic does paint her in a bad light because she's like a villain for most of it, but it is fan fiction and it's based off of Marvel's Loki, so it's not really steeped in like historical accuracy. But it's so good.
You know what else is really good that I've been really on a kick with? If you like D&D, this is amazing. The Mighty Nine.
Yes, I still
it's good.
Ashley and Nick have been like hogging the TV, so I haven't even gotten to finish the first episode yet.
Brother, we will watch it here while we edit things. I don't care. Because I love it.
It's like, I've watched about like half of the first episode, and it's really good.
I told you, I'm not going to tell you my favorite character until you get to like the 3rd or 4th episode, but literally all of the characters are so well written. And like,
I like the monk right now.
The monk?
Yeah.
Bo?
I can't remember what her name is.
The one that looks like a female Sokka?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, she was hard. Honestly, at first I was like...
I know, she just speaks her mind.
Yeah, but
like,
at first I was like, dang, she just feels a bit, like, not pretentious. What's the word I'm looking for? Stuck up. Just stuck up. And then it gets, like, further into her, like, character and everything, and I'm like, oh, wow, she's actually a really cool character.
I didn't get stuck up vibes. I got, like, she was just tired of everybody else's bullshit.
That's fair.
Because she's like, if you would just fucking listen to me, we would get this done. And everyone else was like, I know more than you because I'm older.
Yeah.
And she's like,
it gets worse.
God.
Yeah.
I literally, like, I was sitting there and I was like, just...
Because I'm completely caught up on all of the episodes. Even the newest one that came out this Wednesday.
I was like, you should just leave the monastery, honestly. Like, they don't appreciate you.
But also, you haven't met, like, a lot of the characters.
No. I've met the...
You've met Fjord, right?
I can't for the life of me remember their names.
Let's see.
Honestly, I don't know if they've even said their names.
That's fair. So, Caleb is the, like, hermit-looking wizard guy. And then the short, like, goblin is not the brave, no comma. I love it. And then you have Bo, who is the monk, and Cobalt monk, to be exact.
Yes.
You have Fjord, who he worked on a pirate ship.
Yeah, I haven't met him yet.
Okay, cool. And then another one you probably haven't met yet is Molly Muck. I love Molly. He is amazing. He's a great character.
Is he the one in the opening that's like a circus?
Yes.
He's got like tarot cards and horns
yes.
and shit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna love him.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't met him
love
yet.
him. Really, because like every time he calls any character love, I'm just like,
is he British?
No. He's
Damn.
not British, but
calling someone love in a British accent is
oh
just
my
like,
gosh.
ugh.
But Mighty Nine is really good. All of the characters are amazing. There's still one character that I haven't talked about. I love her to pieces, and for the life of me right now, I cannot think of her name.
We will update you guys if we can't remember it while we're still talking.
What is it? I'm about to Google it. Where's my phone? Because, like, I love her. She is absolutely hilarious, and she makes a lot of funny jokes, and they're all dirty, and
I love how we don't gatekeep fucking anything.
oh, yeah, most definitely not. Like, why would we?
Right. Like, honestly, okay, because while she's looking this up, I'm going to go back to my
Jester.
Jester.
I love Jester, especially because she has a god that she prays to, and it's the Traveler.
Okay.
And it's so funny, though, because she'll be like, Traveler, everyone tells me that you're imaginary. I'm not crazy. And it's just, I love it. It's so adorable. And
so she's Russian.
They really don't have, like, they do accents, but they don't really have, like, I can't say they don't have, like, ethnicities, because, like, they're tieflings and goblins and human. And
I think it's kind of just, like, thrown in for us as viewers. Because, like, the one dude is, like, German. Because he speaks in German sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Caleb. That is Caleb.
Yeah.
He is such a hard-ass character.
I feel like he's going to end up being my comfort character because he looks like he's just fucking going through it right now.
Oh my gosh, you don't even know the half of it. Like,
I gravitate towards the characters who are, like, getting the shit kicked out of them the whole time.
I'm telling you, you don't even know the half of it. Like, from what I've seen from the show, it will rip your heart into pieces.
Why did I start this?
Sweet baby Caleb. Love him to pieces. Oh, you're going to love it, though.
Probably, yeah.
The trauma didn't make him funny. It made him dark and mysterious and sexy.
We love it.
Mighty Nine. Watch it. It's absolutely amazing. And sadly, we're not sponsored by them, but, like, Mighty Nine. Yeah. Giving you show recommendations and
Tumblr Rex.
Very importante.
Yeah, you should straight up, even, okay, you don't have to read the Shattered Pieces one that I gave you guys last week, but read if you want to.
This is your homework?
Yeah, it's so good. And she deserves the recognition. Like, she even has a series for Heimdall, which was really fucking good. And she writes his character, and he has his dreads. And look, I love me some Idris Elba. So, like, when I'm reading it all, I'm picturing is Idris Elba, and he is.
So, put your favorite fanfic Rex, show Rex, even some of your favorite books about herbalism or TikTokers that give a lot of, like, really good.
Yeah.
Just give us some good Rex.
Any sort of, like, media
that you consume on the regular.
Yeah. Let us know.
And now I'm going to say we should end this here. Thanks for joining us. And as always, our brains are yours to pick. We ate that up.